This is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at property address 8289 North Peninsular Avenue here in Portland. We're going to attempt here to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. So I've made a couple videos on my cell phone prior to this point here so you can see what's going on. It's very easy to figure out where this line comes out of the house. The reason it's so difficult to find, it never had a cap put on top of it. This right here is just a smooth pipe joint. This is where you're supposed to glue the standpipe onto to rise it up here to ground level. Then you need to glue a flange onto it and then thread a cap onto it. This has absolutely nothing sitting over the top of it. So this has been a wide open pipe here. And I've done this 15 years, almost 25,000 sewer scopes at this point. And I run into this here and there. It's very rare to have it happen. But I actually just had one of these about 3 weeks ago. So anyway, I'll show those videos so you can see that. I've got videos of the, before I even hardly started digging, of the ground just caving straight into this hole here at one point. So what I don't know quite yet is how much, if much in the way of rock fell into the pipe. Dirt will flow out, no problem. But anyway, I just want to give you a preface, and I do have those videos available. The seller may have to do some hydrojetting to clear this up, but obviously a standpipe needs to be put on this to bring it up to ground level, and a clean out cap and flange need to be put on the line, so you have proper access to the pipe. Right, we're gonna pull out here for just a second. So the water can freely flow through there. So if we've got a steep enough downhill run here, anything fine or small will flow out of the pipe. It's my concern is anything larger could have fallen into the line. Alrighty, water's flowing here, and it's not coming back at us, which is a good thing. All right, off we go. Zeroed out there, waters are running. There's a steep dive. Yeah, see, it's spots like this that are concerning. We're at the base of the dive here at the transition joint right now. This is where a lot of that junk stopped up. I'm gonna pull back here for a second to help any of that break up here, but yeah, we may have a belly at the base of the dive. It's a very common location to get a belly at the base of a hard vertical drop. Now you have, well, that's a funky configuration. You have a Y connection right here dropping in. Sorry, I know there's a lot of gunk on the camera lens right now. Now this thing dives like crazy. It's almost a straight vertical drop there for 15 feet. But we hit a vertical there where we had another Y connection coming into the top of the pipe, and sometimes you do get a hard enough turn like that. Code requires there be yet again another clean out, and that might have been what that was Ying in there. So you do have a tie-in right here. What this could also very easily be, being that we're doing the dive and we're near the right-of-way, that's just as easily a test wire, test T tie-in in there. The question is if we can get past this turn or not. Yeah, no, there's some more junk did get down the pipe here, unfortunately. All right, now we're getting to the transition to PVC here. Or I'm sorry. Nope, that is PVC. Might be concrete. My camera lens is all kinds of gunked up. And I'm going to locate, no, it is concrete pipe. I'm going to locate, if we're at face of curb, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. From the curb to curb is city responsibility. Normally I'd go further. This line has got a horrid, the set of turns in it is extremely difficult to push the camera through. All right, just did a locate there, and I am sitting about 2 feet into the road right now. And the line is doing a dead straight shot, other than some vertical drops anyway. The line runs straight out to the side street here, directly to the right of the home. And in general, I describe things as if you're standing out front on North Peninsula, in this case, facing the front of the home. So we're gonna do a couple toilet flushes to help break stuff up as much as possible. Then we'll see how things look when it drains out here. All right, down to just a trickle here at this point. My camera right now is upside down. I probably mentioned that already once before. Water there is still flowing off a little bit. Yeah, so this is the spot right here where it's a little trickier to gauge. My guess, though, is most of that standing water is related to the debris sitting in the pipe. And normally I would try and use my camera a little more to clear this stuff out. I may have actually kinked my camera going through that set of turns. I don't want to beat the equipment up any more than necessary here. We at least got everything, it looks like, or at least the bulk of it, at distance from the house anyhow. We'll let that water tail off here, and then we'll see how it's looking. But this line's going to probably need a hydrojet. Doesn't look like there's honestly a lot of stuff left in here, but we'll see if anything is stuck any further back behind the camera.
I'm gonna get an extension.
All right, and you can see that actually drained off pretty nicely there. So it looks like up ahead you are still going to probably have some level of rock in the pipe. I wish this didn't have the turns it does in it, and I'd go back and forth, but that set of turns are just about... It may have actually kinked my camera. I've got a flicker in my camera now I didn't have before this. So this spot too, it's hard to tell right now. There's enough gunk in the pipe right here. I can't tell if that standing water there is related to debris in the line or what is the cause behind it. Just from the looks of it there, I think you do indeed have a belly. But I don't want to say that with certainty until the line is actually cleared out, and you can see. And what I don't want to say is recommend a repair on it. And then post jetting, if there is a belly, sometimes you've got a 1/4 inch of water, which in my opinion is not repair worthy. But if you get a bunch of gunk sitting in the pipe, rocks and whatnot, that can exaggerate something minor into what looks major. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to leave this exposed, just so it's easy to get back to. Getting this put back together is very simple. I mean, it's as simple as a couple feet of ABS pipe gluing it onto that coupler there, and then putting a flange and cap on it. But I'm gonna at least put this bottle in here so that nothing else can actually get into the pipe. That cap's gonna hang down in there a little ways, so I wouldn't be using the toilet to flush solids right now, because theoretically something could hit the bottle cap on the other side. Anyway, a little bit of a question mark there on that standing water closer in. I recommend a hydrojet on the line to clear the debris out, and a rescope. 1, to check the cleaning work. 2, to see if you have a belly there. There could be something else going on too. The line goes right under a bunch of hedgerow here. There could theoretically be roots in the line too that could be causing some kind of issue. It's very hard to see through that water right now. So it's one that needs cleaning before you can verify what's going on entirely.